over their heads this time round. I'm gonna get into the replay and into the cast. Smile. What a beautiful Lycan wallpaper. As we are into game number 2 of Team Injoker versus Top Bots. I believe Strilling had a beautiful cast of the first game. You can check it out his channel, linked in the chat. But for now, we're going to be covering the second game. I have here with me Madame Chiyo Lestrange. Thank you for joining me for this absolute marathon of a cast.
Yeah, it's about to hit like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
Warlock Ben first for Team Injoker.
No, you're a bit ahead of me. You're gonna need to jump back 10 seconds on me.
Am I? Whoops,
Yeah.
it's my bad.
Okay, let's start at the beginning again.
Yeah, we'll go for the first ban.
Okay, so no, I'm gonna wind it all the way back to the start and just press pause.
Okay. Give me time to restart because it's blacking out all the hero photos. I gotta go back to the replay. Loading.
Oh, I wanted to add something to my. Actually, I wanted to add something to my stream. I can do that while you're setting that up.
I'm ready. So just do what you want to do first, then I'll go.
Fuck.
Oi, no swearing.
Why?
Swearing's bad for you.
This is my house.
No swearing. It's very bad. I'll What's the classic response to swearing? Like,
okay, wait. Are you
like
non-joking bothered by it? Because if you are, I will.
Nah, I'm not bothered by it whatsoever. It's fine.
Are you sure? Don't.
Yeah. Dude, I swear like a sailor. It's fine.
Alright, somebody lying.
Lying? What the fuck? That's slander.
Okay, I'm putting a little Abomasnow on my stream, which I think is really cute.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
is this even cute? Wait, I'm gonna pick another one. Is this one work? If I could get this GIF out, that'd be cool. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's huge. Look at this.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna park him in the bottom. I love him. That's not gonna obstruct anything, is it? I don't think so.
Not really. It's gonna obstruct gold, I think, but it should be fine. I think gold shows up on the left, so you just see the number. Should be okay.
Yeah,
If
okay.
it gets in the way of the quick buy, I'll tell you. But
No,
we
okay,
can
you know
also
what?
just, like,
I'm just
also-
gonna not disrespect them like that, because if they watch the cast and there's a fucking Pokemon on their screen, they're gonna be. I think they're not gonna be very pleased about it, but yeah. I can save that for like my normal ass streams, so.
Hell yeah. You can disrespect us with your Pokemon.
Thank you.
Sure, interesting.
I will gladly do so. Okay, let's start off the
Oh, yeah.
replay in 3, 2, 1. Bam.
Nice.
Okay, I mean, we already saw the first ban at Warlock. This might be a bit of a targeted ban, but we're not too sure about that. Can you imagine if Benji was here? If Benji was here, he would give us some fat stats about like what these teams like to pick.
Yeah,
Instead-
unfortunately, we're in different, we're in different divisions, so I have no idea who any of these players are. I know Rexcal and Shake are casters, right?
I think so, yeah. But okay,
I think
so
Greg is also a
interesting
player.
thing that interesting against top bots, there's a 100% ban rate on Spectre.
Ooh, that's intense.
Yeah, so some Spectre hit coming out. Of course, Shake, a signature bristleback player, gonna get that banned out in game number 2 for him. I mean, is the first ban an empty ban or is it a Warlock ban? It's a Warlock ban, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a war.
Okay.
There's something that I noticed. You know the red banner behind all the band portraits for Radiant?
Uh-huh.
It used to only go down to like the middle of the last band, and they finally fixed it after someone put it on Reddit. Some
As
people were like
usual.
ultra triggered that like the last hero portrait didn't have the banner surrounding it. Finally fixed it. Jakiro band.
Interesting.
I feel like it depends on who they want to pick, right? It doesn't seem like that high value band, but maybe there's a player that like religiously plays Jakiro.
Yeah, but I think... Okay, so what it looks like is that they do have some Jakiro games, but they do not have a single win with it. And maybe just doing their research and watching those games not wanting to play against a hero. What they do have though is a Witch Doctor, which has pretty decent win rate, so not gonna be surprised if we see it picked up early on here. Also, Witch Doctor is not really a hero you want to ban out. It's never really so scary to the point where you're like, oh shit, a Witch Doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it's threatening, but like not threatening enough to ban, right?
It can be annoying, but yeah.
An Ember ban as well. I don't think Ember is like a hero that you can ever first phase unless you also first phase in mid, right?
Once again,
Or,
it
like-
could be a bit of a signature. Okay, so this Wind Ranger, pretty interesting because I'm pretty sure this is a Baba Jack specialty. Baba Jax is their off laner, but he plays off lane Wind Ranger. So I believe I've casted one of their games before, and Baba Jax really kind of put on a performance on that hero. So
Pretty sure Sir Action Slice is like cringing inside of his first big
Indeed.
Wind Ranger. His hatred for Wind Ranger is legendary. To be honest, like, I hate playing against Wind Ranger. This hero is such a pain. You get like BKB and like suddenly just immune to all damage. Like, what the heck?
Imagine
I wonder what
watching
they got
a
with
game
Punch.
where everyone is allowed to hack would be wild. I think like actually I would say that's kind of the approach that most like other MOBA players have, because when you tell them about what some Dota heroes can do, it sounds broken. Like if you tell a League player that there's this guy who can trap everyone in a bubble that stops time and they cannot literally do anything about it for like 5 seconds, isn't that like the most broken? Like they'll like shit themselves.
Yeah, I reckon like in comparison to other movers, like I think Dota abilities are the most overtuned.
Yeah, like for
Like,
example, if you explain Abaddon, right? Okay, there's this guy, right, where if you lower him to a certain HP, he just does not die and he starts regaining HP for all the damage you do to him.
Yeah, like imagine like a Trinimia ult, you can't die because you can't drop below 1 HP, but instead of like staying at 1 HP, you just freaking heal all the damage you take.
Yeah, and
That's kind
imagine
of
like you
literally
press
Abaddon.
one button and everybody on the map is silenced for 5 seconds. Okay.
Global
was-
ability, by the way.
I
So
was
they
wondering
picked
with
Silence
Chiyo.
Abaddon to Wind Ranger, and that's followed by Avenge, which I find interesting.
I don't
think-
know about this Silencer Abaddon pick right now. It's a bit odd to me, but maybe there's something I'm not seeing.
Could be like a Silencer core, like a flexible pick. An Abaddon you pick into Wind Ranger so that you don't insta-die to Focus Fire.
Yeah.
I think I could see that, maybe. I'm kind of more interested in the Venge, because I feel like Venge would suck against Silencer when you get global and you can't save people, right?
Right, yeah, that's true.
And you're
right?
also not really seeing a threat that you need to swap away from right now. But it could also just be comfort, and it does offer a lot of pick potential.
Yeah. Right, but the pick potential right now is a bit odd for Team Injoker, right? Because they have the Wind Ranger and the Venge. These are heroes that kind of run up and use a spell, which is very telegraphed, right? So that really kind of plays into the hands of Abaddon as well. And if you see the engage coming in, you can just press Global Silence, right? Then it's just tough.
Yeah. There's a lot of disengage right now, and a lot of safe.
Yeah.
They banned Anti-Mage on the Silencer Abaddon.
I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, like, I think Silencer, you kind of die to him because he gets Manta and BKB and you kind of cry. And
Yeah,
Abaddon's like, not necessarily like a strength core like Bristle, right? But again, his ult gives him survivability, but you can't use that survivability with no mana.
Yeah, the thing is, survivability aside, right? Abaddon is never gonna be a hero that actually can threaten or kill an anti-mage, like ever.
Yeah.
Like if the anti-mage has his eyes open and his hands on his keyboard, you are never killing him. Right, so that's not a thing, but yeah, they ban
Monitors
it
off,
out.
guys. Monitors off.
Yeah, monitors off. Like he's gonna take a wee break and then you just get the jump on him.
Interesting that they banned both Jur and like Jar and Medusa. What do you think?
I honestly have no read on this draft. I don't know what the fuck is up with this. I will say though that Drow really like kind of showed up for Dugo 8 PMA in game 1, right?
Yeah.
Or was it him?
I don't remember
No,
who
no,
was
no.
playing. Let me bring it up.
Yeah, the thing is, he's the only one who did well on that Drow, so maybe just recognizing it and respecting it. The banned the Medusa and the PL, maybe just heroes that they're not very familiar or comfortable with dealing with. And PL as well, especially with no illusion clear. You have Venge, Wind Ranger, these are two heroes that really suffer against so many illusions. We already saw in 2 separate series the power that this PL can bring, and backed up by the Abaddon, he's gonna have a pretty swell laning stage.
Yeah. And they're also like all three of them are like insanely hard scaling heroes, right? And when you have a silencer that can global everyone and an Abaddon that can save them as well, I think it's not pleasant to play against, even though you have this Wind Ranger that theoretically can just melt them.
I have a realization. The bans
Oh.
are all answers to each other as we see a Naga Siren pick come out. But before I get into that pick, I want to say, so they banned Drow, right? And then the response ban was AM, right? And we discussed why AM was bad. And then obviously if you're banning AM, their first read on Team Injoker is like, okay, you're banning mana burn, why? You're trying to pick a Medusa. So they ban Medusa. And then in response, top bots ban Earthshaker, maybe just a hero that they don't want to play against. But they're like, and then now Team Injoker are answering again. Why are you banning out Earthshaker? You want to worry about Illusion Clear? We ban out PL, but with the Earthshaker banned out, now they opt for another Illusion hero in the form of the Naga Siren.
Yeah, I mean, Sven also indicates an Illusion hero, right? Classic counter with the cleave, but since they have the first pick, they're able to get the Illusion hero that they kind of wanted. I mean, I could see it struggling as Wind Ranger and lane if they're putting it as their one position, but also it doesn't really get threatened that hard. Omni Knight? Is this the first Omni Knight I've ever seen ever? Like,
No, that aside, not even Omni Knight against a Naga. What do you do against illusions? What do you do against Naga, Abaddon, or Silencer? I guess the idea is that you get Guardian Griefs and then you purge yourself, purge your friend, but it feels like it doesn't add on to anything that Team Injoker are trying to do right now. We have to see with this fourth pick, it's gonna be a Sand King. This is a weird draft.
That is
Team Injoker.
spicy as heck. What is happening?
Okay,
so
so
is
Sand
Wind Ranger
King.
mid?
Yeah, probably. So I misread. It might be Baba Jax on this Sand King instead, and it's a pretty good lane answer to this Naga Siren. But the Omni Knight and Venge aren't really supports that inspire a lot of confidence in the lane, right? Of course, you can try and line up the double stun with Venge and Sand King to kill this Naga early on, but staring down the Abaddon, baby, like that's not gonna look too good.
This looks really hard. If they're putting Sand King against Naga Siren, literally Naga Siren is gonna press Q, take all 4 denies on the lane and just like move out of Sandstorm and it's just gonna get healed by Abaddon. Like,
Yeah.
it is an answer, but because of Abaddon who like fixes sustain issues, like Sand King's Caustic and Sand King's Sandstorm aren't going to threaten Naga Siren as hard as it normally does. So it might be pretty rough to play. Pick Shadow Demon. I guess it's to purge Guardian Angel, right?
Okay, so Shadow Demon really strong against Omni Knight actually, and the save as well. Right now, the only thing that Team Injoker have is overwhelming jump, right? They're trying to Sand King stun in, vengeful swap into Wind Ranger focus fire, and hopefully the damage from their last pick. But negating that is the Shadow Demon and the purge as well. The way Shadow Demon ulti works is it's a continuous purge, meaning any buffs that you get, any effects that you get are continuously removed. It's gonna work super well against anything the Omni can put out. It's gonna work super well against the Wind Ranger and the Wind Run. And it's just gonna act as a pseudo save along with a setup. The one thing that I'm looking for Top Bot's last pick is some sort of follow-up. You have this disruption, you have the net, but what is the follow-up? It's kind of the question that I'm asking on the side of Team Injoker as well, because it feels like both of them are lacking a crucial piece of the puzzle right now.
Viper ban is interesting.
I guess the idea is that you have no backline jump at all. You Sand King
I guess,
in...
but Wind Ranger gets Blink and kind of just destroys the sniper anyways.
Okay, but Wind Ranger blinks into a Shadow Demon. So you need Blink, BKB, and a damage item, and all the while the Abaddon is more than likely standing next to the sniper, and so is the Shadow Demon. But this is spicy, right? Because this more or less confirms either an Abaddon off lane or a Silencer core.
I want to see a Silencer core. I think that'll be really spicy.
I think Silencer core would be cool too. It's gonna be so difficult for Sand King and like Sand King to play these fights with the global silence coming in, right? Like,
Yeah, agreed. Like, especially all the like laning epicenters, like Naga Siren might not have sustain issues, but you can get 100 to 0 per epi, and then you're just gonna get global by Silencer mid. Might be interesting. They banned Viper as well. So I think like 2 rangers that can kind of kite around, right? And you don't really have a way to jump them properly. Interested to see who the last ban for Dire would be, because they banned Juggernaut, which didn't immediately strike me as like a particularly strong Jug game.
right.
I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Hey, hang on, I'm attending to something at the moment, but the last
Oh,
few
good.
bans, I think
They
they're
banned
heroes.
PA, so that's the backline jump.
No, PA Omni HO combo, right? It's kind of scary for them to play up into because as much as they have the purge, right? The PA fills in the gap for the damage that they need. They can jump someone with the Sand King, immediately blow them up, and Shadow Demon hates to play against this burst because you always want to hide away, right? But once you're blurred out with the PA, you can just jump in, kill him. It's gonna be a Monkey King last pick. I don't know if I like this very much, but I'm okay with it just because of the fact that you need to fight inside the Monkey King ring, which doesn't work well for any of these heroes.
Yeah. It's a answer to Naga Siren as well, because normally you do run other like Mjolnir or Battlefield, right?
Yep.
So you have the illusion clear there, especially when you have Monkey Ring, as you said.
Yep. So
It's
last
also a
pick,
hero that can kind of jump backline, right?
indeed, which will be crucial for this Shadow Demon and Silencer because if they're allowed to just get their spells off, they can spell real havoc for Team Injoker here. I think it also presents a really nice way for them to get vision for these jumps for the Sand King. It's like we mentioned a bit earlier, Sand King not really... Yes, he's an initiator, but he needs someone to give him the vision. Now he has two ways of doing that with the Venge, Wave of Terror, as well as the Monkey King Tree Dance. 20 seconds left on the final pick for top bots. Like you mentioned, this... you said it was gonna be a bit of a spoiler, but maybe a bit of an outdraft from one of the teams, but it's starting to look like maybe top bots, they might get the edge in the draft alone because honestly, I'm looking at their first 3 picks on Team Injoker and I'm really not feeling it. Oh, it ends up being a race. Oh no.
Oh god. That's disaster. They have no answer to this Razor. Everybody on that team gets kited except for Wind Ranger, but then you have 4 heroes that do it Wind Ranger, so it's fine.
I don't know if you can see
That's
me,
a
but
really
like my
good
jaw is like on the ground now. I feel like... What the fuck do they do against... And how could you have missed it, right? Like if you want to pick a Monkey King, you have to ban out this Razor. So often we already see, especially in this current meta, right? The SD is such a strong counter to the Razor, but they pick it for themselves, basically denying the pick. And I mean, they kind of drafted themselves a bit into a corner there with the Omni Knight. I don't know how much faith they have in it. I mean, it might be a Holy Mitten specialty. We'll have to see, but it's gonna be Baba Jax on the Wind Ranger and Lauta Zu, who's usually the mid laner on the Sand King, so maybe a bit of lane swaps coming out. But I don't know how, like, I don't know which one of these heroes lanes well against Razor. Doesn't he just have the freest time ever?
I guess if you want to put like... Anyway, so assuming this Razor is... What position do you think he'll be playing? Probably 3, right? You have Silencer mid.
Indeed. I don't know. I'll have to wait for...
put Sand King against that, maybe? I just like pray that they get enough sentries to deal with, like, they let you link him to death, but... Seems super rough.
Indeed, as we get to game number 1 of... Game number 1 up high. Game number 2 of Top Bots versus Team Injoker. Does my assistant camera work? There we go. I'm going to introduce the side of Team Injoker. They did they win the first game? They did, right? As Team Injoker that won the first game against Top Bots, we're going to have to see whether Top Bots can fire back. I think early on you mentioned that it was a bit of an outdraft and it's looking like that from Top Bots, but we'll see whether they can carry it through. Lauta Zu on the mid lane, Sand King, pretty interesting pick, switching it up. Barash Kukor on the position 4, Vengeful Spirit. We have Baba Jax on his signature Wind Ranger off lane. Of course, we have Holy Mittens on the Omni Knight. I'm not really sure whether this guy is a hero or not, but we'll have to find out. And last but not least, Team Captain and Caster, Shake on the Monkey King, position 1.
On the side of, I believe this is Top Bots, we have Rexcal playing a position 1 Naga Siren. We have Western Sammy playing Shadow Demon, position 5. Along with that, we have Plop on the Silencer. That's a very cute name. Diego on the Razor and Greg on the Abaddon.
I think it's gonna be an off-lane Abaddon just based off the Quelling Blade alone. And I'm not too entirely against it. I think either way it's still pretty good. It's just what they favor, right? Barash Kukor coming forward with the Magic Missile. Not gonna be able to steal the rune, and this looks like First Blood to me. The body blocks as well as the Arcane Curse. Barash Kukor suffering in a big way. It's gonna take him out. No?
That was so close there.
13 HP. Oh wow, my voice cracked. Not nearly enough. And Doggo doesn't manage to walk away. It's a bit of resources used, but ultimately not that bad. I'm gonna be looking to this side to see whether they bring out a sentry, because this the Sand King. We talked about the Razor winning most of the lanes, right? He's gonna be able to farm, but he's not gonna be able to touch this Sand King in Sandstorm.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have like a small sentry wall, but is kind of winning the last hit battle. Kind of just got a free deny in the Sandstorm, which you hate to see when you're playing Sand King.
Yep. For these early levels for Sand King, usually not the best for him. He likes to be at those higher mid levels like level 4 and level 5, where he can really kind of put on the pressure with the actual damage from Sandstorm. Early on, it's kind of negligible. But though, laying in the harass.
Yeah, but the level 2 spike on Sandstorm is pretty huge.
Bro, this is like...
to Naga Siren as well, top though.
Okay.
Silence is just dragging waves.
Yeah, this is like this is like the dream come true, right, for Silencer, because you have no way of threatening him. He's just running around, hitting them, like he's no cares whatsoever. Bunch of illusions. This is an illusion full top lane. Western Sammy creating his own of Barash Core, and Rex Car obviously with the mirror image as well. Any action you expect to see early on, my friend?
I don't really think so. I think a lot of it will be like poking and prodding, but I don't expect to see any like full kills. Because the only lane that's like really threatening is the Venge Wind Ranger, but then you're just gonna disrupt the Naga Siren when she gets going on, and you don't really ever feel comfortable jumping on the Shadow Demon by yourself because you're just gonna get poisoned and die.
Yeah.
I'm expecting there to be a lot of perk and like a lot of regen battles between the lanes, but nothing like that will result in kills. Although mid lane's getting linked, Sand King's not having a great time.
He doesn't have a point in Barrel Strike, so not able to get out of dodge of that static link. Now level 2, stealing 72 damage, so Laotazu, you're not last hitting for 10 seconds here. Gets it denied as well,
and Razor had the sentry now.
Yeah. Laotazu, he's gonna have to shit one out himself if he wants to stay in this lane with the Sandstorm. He's committed 2 points into it already, so the laning prowess for him is basically gone, and he's still trying to save up for this bottle. Could be a bit greedy for him, he's just getting all his creeps denied. 8 denies now on Dougal. Okay, static link forward, I wouldn't be surprised.
Get killed here.
Okay, no levels in Barrow, no regen, getting hit down, no, don't go. Maybe you could argue like, oh, you know, if he did the link a bit earlier, actually could have threatened that kill, but opts not to, you know, go for that. Still manages to push Laotazu out lane though, but he does at the bottom, finally flying out. And gets a bit of a refill thanks to the water rune.
Razor's tried to queue up the bottle, but bought small items, so regen right now is going to favor Sand King quite a bit. Does he have a sentry flying out?
No, he does not. That's the thing, right? So it's just gonna allow Doggo to still have control of this lane. Okay, this is gonna be huge. Doesn't have the level in the Barrel Strike. Level 2 Caustic, and that's gonna be first blood. Dougal.
Very nice control of the mid lane.
Okay, I would assume that the reason why he put the Sand King mid is because he has the Barrel Strike to get out of the static link, right? But he opts to go for level 2 Caustic instead, trying to push in the wave, and it ends up biting him in the ass. No levels in Barrel Strike means that he falls first blood, and this Razor last pick was already gonna be set to having a good game, but like you said, had to buy the small items. Doesn't matter if you get first blood, you get a bottle for free only.
Yep. This Sand King, like, if I may say so, like, his lane right now is pretty doomed. It's pretty hard for him to catch it. Like, maybe if you try to roam around with the Venge and leave your Wind Ranger alone, because she's kind of okay to be solo against the Naga Siren, you could try to get a gank on the Razor while he's still sitting on less than 500 HP.
I mean, this is his mindset.
You don't
right?
have Power Strike, but you do have a lot of move damage.
This is the idea for him, right? He wants to.
to.
Yeah, but I think that's just his idea. He recognizes that there's no more laning for him. Barrel Strike is kind of a lost cause. He's just gonna try and emphasize his farm as much. With 2 levels in Caustic allowing him to clear the wave and farm out a nice little small camp stack for himself. So ends up just kind of still going even in terms of the levels, but he can't really stand here anymore. This is gonna be Dougal's lane to just kind of punish. Meanwhile, take a look at bot side. So Omni Knight not really being able to do much, ends up going on a little excursion to get the bounty rune all the way deep and get a nice deep ward as well into the Ancient. So nice little situation.
Also got a nice ward in mid lane as well. Like, again, like the bottom lane is like so inactive that both supports are kind of just like roaming around doing whatever they want. You got a nice deep ward in the Ancients for Radiant and a deep ward in the lane for Dire. So Sand King again is going to feel a lot weaker when his movements are kind of mapped out like that.
Yeah, I will say though that this is kind of like the tough part about Abaddon offlane, right? Because unless you have a really strong position 4 that can enable you with disables and stuff like that, as we say that, speaking of position 4, Pop gonna get run down, but once again, it's an Omni Knight and Monkey King lane, you're not chasing him down, and your Boundless Strike might be level 2, but he has boots and wind lace, he's just dashing on out of there. And this is the kind of downfall of Abaddon offlane, right? You can't really make any aggressive moves by yourself, you're just forced to kind of just farm away passively in this lane. If they go on you, yes, you have the shield, but you don't really want to be trading against a Monkey King. This works out better for Shake than it does for you.
Yeah, so a small CS lead for Monkey because Abaddon's kind of like not able to pressure too well. Of course, mid lane you've got a lot of denies. We didn't really talk about top, but Wind Ranger is struggling on CS.
Bro, it is Resident Sleeper City. This is just a Naga farming. Nothing to see here. We'll check back in around 20 minutes, okay? No big deal. I think the big story is still Lao Tzu, right? How does he recover from this? Finally gets a point into the Barrel Strike. So he might be able to make an aggressive move early on. But still, Dougal so strong with the early points in... not the early points, but with a maxed out static link now, as well as the early stat items as well. Just keeping him tanky. A bit of action in the top lane though. This Naga gonna be under a bit of pressure, but it's Shadow Demon who has to back off with low HP. Plop in now, 2-man Arcane Curse, this could be huge. They don't have a net to work with. So Baba Jax will be A-okay, can walk away with the win run if necessary. Not gonna need it though. Just a bit of poking and prodding like you suggested.
Yeah. There's a lot of space for Naga, like nothing's going to threaten her for so long. Yeah, I mean, okay, so Monkey's going for a Battle Fury, so that's the illusion clear that they're kind of waiting for, right?
Yeah,
You
but...
kind of just put Guardian Angel and Grace on Monkey and just like pray he just kills all the illusions, but Naga also has high base armor, so it's like not going to be as effective.
I really... okay, not to be crude, but I really don't like this choice from him. Because I feel like you need to push up the tempo. You're playing a Monkey King carry and you haven't been able to really dominate in the way that you want. Trying to AFK farm up against a Naga isn't going to work out for you, especially since the Razor is such a good game. You need to be active. Speaking of active though, they're already making moves in the top side. Rex Cow Courier gonna fall for that. The Baba Jack to the Shackle as well as a power shot, chunking down Western Sammy, but it's him who has to be worried. Wind run away, but the net in from Rex Cow and the silence as well takes down the Wind Ranger in the top side. And it's like I was saying, with the Wind Ranger not having the best time as well as the Sand King, the onus is gonna fall on this Monkey King, but if he has a Battle Fury, he's just gonna die so easily in these fights.
Yeah, this is going to be really rough. I feel like it's so hard for Monkey to contribute in early fights because they're just going to get linked by Razor.
Yeah. The idea is that you overwhelm them before they can get the link off, right? Like you get the stun in from Lao Tzu, you get the swap or something like that, or you get, you know, just buffed up by the Omni and you just go in, no fear, and you kill him before you get linked out. But like you said, so high level on Dougal right now, no fear whatsoever. We have to see what he queues up to kind of help the cause, but I wouldn't be too surprised if it's like more of a stat item like, I don't know, like a Falcon Blade or like some armor or some early game drums or something like that just to push the issue.
Feel like a little bit of like twiddling their thumbs and the supports near mid lane, like you're kind of just staring at each other. Well, if Venge was paying attention, these wards mid from the starter might get deordered.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious because they spotted it here, right? So they should know. Yeah. But the Sentry game, not the... okay, nice. Look at these wards coming out. One behind the tower, one at the small camp, one at this cliff. They're heavily emphasizing on the bot lane because they know with this build-up of the Battle Fury, Shake isn't going anywhere.
Yeah. And eventually, like, when he gets this Battle Fury, because he's rushing it, this Battle Fury is going to come at like 12, 13, maybe 14 minutes, and all these wards are going to spot him rotating into the triangle and leaves him pretty vulnerable to ganks.
Okay, don't get me
run
wrong though, I do feel like this Battle Fury timing is going to be insane when he gets it. As I say that, a fight starting out, Lao Tzu is going to get the Barrel Strike out finally. And yeah, nothing to be amounted from that. It's really just, this is like the quietest game that we've seen so far. Like literally mild Resident Sleeper in the early game. The most exciting thing that happened was that like Dougal solo killed Lao Tzu. That's about it. Other than that, they've just kind of been poking and prodding and just like shifting around. A Shackle Shot onto Rex Cow. But this Naga so much armor, 14 by like naturally. That's not even counting the Band of Elven Skin that she's about to put into her inventory. This, and it's like you said, this entire triangle, look at these fucking walls, man. Holy shit.
That is a lot of wards. They also have one in the bottom jungle as well.
Bro, a complete blanket of the entire jungle so they can see everything that's going on. And one thing I wanted to point out in terms of top bots, they didn't really have a proper engage, but when they have so much vision, they can just get Western Sammy to walk up and disrupt. Like, it's not that hard. But yeah, Greg still kind of playing very passive in the bot lane, but honestly, nothing much he can do. Off lane Abaddon, I'm not a believer, but I think when it's just zero pressure on him right now, he can really farm out his items and become this menacing frontliner that his team might need.
So I guess the real question of this game is like, does Monkey have enough time to carry this with his Battle Fury, right?
I feel like it's so hard, right?
Give him like 30 minutes. Like at the 30-minute mark when he has like 4 items with the Battle Fury, maybe he has a chance. But it's not like he has like an Elder Titan to really buff his damage against these cores, right?
Do you by any chance have something playing in the background, someone talking?
Someone's talking.
Ah, okay. So because I'm hearing a bit and I'm like, wait, is my stream leaking or some shit? But
yeah, my bad.
No big issue. The banish out of the Baba Jacks, they get the purge out, and this is what we talked about, the Wind Ranger counter. Wind Run, where you going, baby? Western Sammy in with the demonic purge, just cleans up the Wind Ranger easily. And this signature Baba Jacks Wind Ranger hasn't been looking too hot.
Yeah, the value point in snare is going really good.
Okay! This is a big kill for Lautazu though. Veil completed, gets the Barrel Strike and the Epicenter out onto Discord, rather Doggo, and actually gets a kill on the Razor. That's huge for him. But they're making a move now into the triangle, covered, blanketed with wards like we said. Rex Cow with the nets out, Barrage could call, where is the life? It's not there. Lautazu away with the Invis rune. But they have to know their triangle is not somewhere they can be right now. And Rex Cow, oh no, this is the ancient stack. They lovingly made it for shade. You can't let this go away. You need to fight this Lautazu. They spot him with the sentry though, they should know. In comes, okay, nice 2-man shackle. Rex Cow could fall here. Where is the disruption? Western Sammy doesn't have it up for another 3 seconds. Where is the damage to Rex Cow surviving for now? And Doggo in with the link. Baba Jax, where is your damage? It's going to disappear, and the purge as well. Baba Jax gonna fall. Lautazu in with the purge, in with the stun, but he has no damage other than that. Shake tried to get a setup on that fight, but immediately disrupted rather, and now he has to run. Where is the net? 5 seconds left. The Omni Knight ulti preemptively, but Doggo with the slow, Rex Cow as well. Mirror image up, nets out. Where's the balance strike? It's not there. Holy Mittens can't do anything to save his poor Monkey King, and just like that, absolute disaster in the triangle for them, as they no doubt gonna sweep over and clear up this stack man for Shake.
It's just the value point in route from the Nagasarans just destroying them right now. Like, they actually don't have any ways to save themselves from it except for the Omni W, but when it's already committed, or when he's not even there in the first place, like, how do you deal with the roots when you're trying to win run away from things? It's really difficult.
And it's not even
like, he nearly got the Nagasaran, but I think the Sand King burst strike was like 50 units off, and so he was missing like 300 damage because he like barely missed the barrier. That was really, really unfortunate. And like, yeah, Monkey King tried to get the setup, but he couldn't because of the stun and then disruption.
I think the Veil, right, like as in it nets him a kill on this Razor, but it ends up kind of biting him because he doesn't have the reach that he needs. Maybe something like a Blink would have helped him there. But then again, we're talking about kind of ideal scenarios. One saving grace is this Monkey King does have the Battle Fury rushed out. 12-13 minutes isn't that bad of a timing, and he's gonna start sweeping through this jungle. But once again, they've cleared out the triangle vision, but they still have this nice deep ward in the jungle, spotting him out. They could try and make a move on him, but they spot out Baba Jax instead. Here comes Plot with the last word on him, as well as the purge. This Wind Ranger hates on life right now, falling again. Plot now with 10 stolen intelligence. This is a very smart man.
That's a lot of intelligence for 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah. They kind of want to make a go into Plot though. They see him with the vision. Shake trying to set up, but where is the save from Western Sammy? Not in time, Shake. Too much damage, but here comes Western Sammy. Disruption in the trees. This looks like a mad moon if I've ever seen one. But Shake can't get the chase off. Doesn't have the tree dance. Yep, can't amount to much. Doesn't have the range for the swap.
Oh, Razor's out of position.
No, pick pull.
Should be okay.
Yep. He's A-okay. Western Sammy
You just
kinda...
fell... Hang on, 1 second. Are they still fighting?
No, I
They're
think
kind of dancing around
so.
each other.
Doggo's poking away with the plasma field, but they'll back off. They know better. Holy Mittens joins up with them. They're looking for a swap, but it's... Okay, I hear a shackle. It catches Greg, sure. But here comes Monkey King trying to channel the ult, but global silence as well. Where's your ulti now? This Monkey King just dead in his trees. The support is not there. Lautazu couldn't get the barrel strike out. There's no purge so early on. Has the barrel strike away, and the rest of Team Injoker have to turn tail and run. Your Omni can't cast spells. Baba Jack's nothing to help, and no swap as well. Here comes the stun though. They managed to clean up plot. A bit too far forward though. But the rest of the side of top bot still fighting fit. A bit of a whoops there from Plop, he knows it as well, but in the grand scheme of things, you manage to take down this Monkey King, and every second he's dead, he's not hitting creeps with that Battle Fury, and that slows down his scaling that much more. And all that time, you're up against a Naga Siren just scaling away, almost meta complete now. Actually meta complete already. So really nice timing for her.
It's just so scary for Radiance, like, I'm sure as this Monkey King, you don't want to be involved in this fight because you have your Battle Fury, you want to be hitting creeps, but if he doesn't participate in these fights, they're literally just going to get run over. Well,
trying to
he is
set
in a
up
pretty good
again.
position right now.
He still has the ult, but it's a bit too close to the tower, and do you really want to engage into an Abaddon? They're gonna opt to deny it, it looks like, and all this time they postured almost 4 to 5 heroes at this bot side, but we actually spotted out. He jumps into 3. Is this where you want to be, Shake? Is this really where you want to be? Starting to take a bit of damage when he's up against a level 11 Abaddon. This guy does not care about you. Here comes the Omni Knight ulti, keeping him alive for now. But where's the backup? Where's the swap? Where's the swap? It's there finally, Shake. Staying alive for now. No one dying but Rex Cow with the reset, with the song. The jellyfish hat coming in handy. And Baba Jax, he's gonna be the casualty for this fight. Finally, the saves coming out, keeping Shake alive, crucially. But they lose Baba Jax yet again. This Wind Ranger has not had a game this entire time.
It's the one saving grace, like silver lining, that they don't lose the monkey rights, but that's so bad for them to have to commit both the monkey ring and the Wind Ranger death to get him out, and they're gonna lose the bot tower.
Not to mention the Omni Knight ulti as well as the swap. That's 2 minutes without your Guardian Angel. And how are you gonna survive the next fight? Like literally, all it took for this Abaddon was just to stand there, auto attack you with Vlads, and like you're already so low HP. It's kind of scary for this Monkey King. And you know it's rough times when our saving grace is that this Monkey King didn't die in the fight. Smoke breaks though, instant global silence. There's no save available, and Shake, he's gonna fall. There's no save, like I said. Lautazu spotted out by the dust, spotted out by the sentry. Barrel strike away, but not able to do much other than that. On the offside of the fight though, Rex Cow manages to pick up this Omni Knight, and that's 3 down. It's starting to look a bit like a wash here.
Yeah, I just don't see how they have any counterplay to what's happening so far. Literally, Dyro could just, like, probably ball up and try to hit high ground if they have Vision of Sand King. Like, they could probably just, like, have the Razor just field through the trees and actually just high ground. They're that strong.
Sorry it took me so long to swap to the network, but just a quick glance look. Rex Cow firmly on top. This man has had a complete free lane on the Naga and has made it work for him. Instead of just playing passive, the root has been so crucial in securing these early fights for his team, and he's really shown up. And you have to wonder, with the Blink Dagger completed on this Sand King, they kind of need to have the vision advantage in these fights, but with the way that top bots are playing, just kind of sweeping all over the map, and the wonderful map vision from them, have to give like big props to the supports prop, especially always weaving his way in and getting these deep wards. They can't really get the fight that they want on the side of Team Injoker.
Like the vision placements of the supports and top bots this game has been pretty incredible. It always feels like whenever they want to go into an area, it's always been pre-watered, and just actually quite impressive considering how much catch that the Radiant team has in this game.
Yeah, it's like what we said, right? They have a lot of catch, but they need the vision to really execute it. It can come in the way of the Monkey King, it can come in the way of the Venge Wave of Terror, but so far the Monkey King presenting himself on the front lines has spelled disaster for them, and the Venge can't even get in range. He's solo level, only level 8 at this point in time, as they're staring down the second tier 2 tower that they're looking at, but they opt to back off for now. No fear on the side of top bots right now as they thunder through the side of the map of Team Injoker.
Yeah, triangle control established. They're gonna look towards Roche. This is going to be pretty fast take with the Nagasara and armor corruption.
Yeah, not to mention Vladimir's offering completed as well, along with the Curse of Avernus. Every single hit that you make faster is just an additional Riptide, and this is gonna spell the end for Roche really, really quickly. It seems like Team Injoker, either they are unaware or they just know that they can't contest, they opt to play on the other side of the map. Not really sure what they're looking for here. Sand King trying to finish up desperately a BKB, and Monkey King still trying to go for that Manta, but just to purge that global silence. But the rest of the side of Team Injoker, they don't have that luxury. Like this Omni Knight, he's trying to get a Lotus Orb for the purge, and Baba Jax as well, trying to get that BKB, but he's a long way away.
They just need so much time and they don't have it right now. Like everybody here needs items to be able to take a fight, but I don't think they have time now that Naga has Aegis.
Yeah, and this Abaddon, you know, we were kind of questioning what we would do in the off lane, or at least I was. But at least in these kind of scenarios, it adds up to make this Naga just that much more powerful, especially the Vlads and the supportive Aphotic Shields and the Curse of Avernus, allowing them to just really melt through these towers. And Barrage Claw presents himself, but has to be careful, could get gone on here if he's not too careful. And out comes the hits. This tier 3, they have no fortify there, it's already falling low. Where's the defense? Shake with the bouncer strike out, but Doggo immediately in with the link, no fear whatsoever. SNY completed and already whipping away onto him. The swap into the tier 4s though. Doggo has to be careful, but the immediate vessel. Here comes the Barrel Strike epicenter, but the save from Western Sammy along with the Global Silence.
Nice
Rexcal falling a little low, but he still has the Aegis. Whips apart Barrage Kukor. Sand King is dead as well. That's 2 down. Shake still not able to set up his ultimate. How can they fight this here? Baba Jax trying to find a shackle and a whiff. Doggo completely fearless. SNY completed. Here comes the stun. Shake gets the entirety of them, but they just walk out of the circle. The song as well to reset. Rexcal has to be careful. Still being hit away by this Mark. Plot. A bit risky here from this silencer. Ends up paying the price for it. Good fall, but Shake a bit too far forward. Perhaps Barrage Kukor doesn't have the swap. Has to be careful. Baba Jax in the sidelines looking for a shackle if he can find it, but it's only level 1. And they are okay with losing their silencer there. They take the tower that they came for and they back up.
They still have Aegis too. That they can just wait the minute and a half for song, or just wait for global, and then just go again, right?
Yeah, global in
Like,
1 more minute.
It feels like there's nothing threatening them right now.
Silencer U is also very interesting. Age-old item against the Omni Knight just to immediately purge the buff, the Heavenly Grace that he puts out, right? And it's such a difficult game for Holy Mittens here. I feel like she just can't really get much done on this Omni Knight. Yes, it might be a comfort hero, but there's only so much you can do on an Omni Knight. Like, this is not really a hero that kind of rewards skill expression. It's kind of like a whole game of positioning and being in the right place at the right time. But with something like a Global Silence, it doesn't matter where you're positioned, you're just forced to kind of not be able to cast spells until you farm up this rather expensive Lotus Orb, which position 5 Omni, where are you gonna find the gold?
He's just not there right now. I mean, he's 300 gold away, like, probably another minute and he might have it, but they're already kind of looking on the mid-tier too, so very hard to find.
Yeah, and the thing about the Omni, right, is that we're talking about like, oh, okay, once this Omni gets the Lotus Orb, he'll be able to cast spells. But then what? Like, you're still not threatening Doggo, you're still not threatening Rexcal. You still have this immovable wall of an Abaddon to deal with. Now completed the mech as well, just being a full support for his team. Very nice from Greg over here. It's a different style for sure, but it's working dividends for them.
Sacrificial, but right now, Sacrificial is perfectly fine when you have a Razor and a Naga that have no threats whatsoever, right?
Yeah, we were talking about how this team fight is looking a bit weak from top bots, but you don't really need team fight when you're just barreling down a lane with so many auras, right? That's basically what Greg is doing. He's just being this aura buff for his team with the Vlads, with the mech as well, and the heals coming out non-stop from him. Lautazu with the long range Sandstorm, now with the level 15 talent, the Radius, gonna be able to keep the creeps off it for now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a move in soon. Doggo closing in on this BKB.
It's a minute left on the Aegis. I'm especially interested if they try to use the remaining minute to take the mid-tier 2 as well.
Yeah.
It's the last remaining objective other than hitting high ground, which they did break top. It looks like they're just going to farm.
Yeah, this is the strength of the Sand King, right? Just this sandstorm radius at level 15 just allows you to get into such tricky spots on the map. Baba Jax though may be a bit too far forward. Is this where you want to be perched up? This is gonna be death. Where's the swap? It's not there. Barash Kukor had the swap available, but just maybe resigning Baba Jax to a fate there. A bit unfortunate, maybe not in position, or maybe just assuming that she could get out, but in reality, as soon as that perch comes out, it's death. And now they're looking towards the bot side. They have the creep wave coming in, and Rex Cow feeling strong now. 10 seconds left on the Aegis, but almost with the heart completed. So strong. Doggo as well. BKB 300 gold away.
You're just gonna hit the high ground without the Aegis.
Yeah, here they come. As soon as it's so ironic that they wait for the Aegis to pop just to hit the high ground. Fortify comes out, but it's tanked up by these Naga illusions. Where is the fight? The Sand King not set up on this tower. Barash Kukor trying to. But this is an Abaddon. This is not who you want to go on right now. Okay, a boundless strike. Nice one coming out, but they have to know he's in the trees. Setting up the Wukong's command, but where's the hole? How do they stop him? The BKB from the Sand King, but it gets cancelled. Or maybe he just didn't get the blink off. Waste the epicenter and the BKB. That's a huge whiff. They waste 2 big ultimates as well as the BKB. How are they to defend now? Oh no.
Everything put up except Guy and Angel.
Team Injoker, not like this. A nice little 2-man checker from Baba Jax, but instantly the destruction save from Western Sammy, just on point so far. And Doggo, no fear whatsoever, going in, global silence. What can you do on the side of Team Injoker? You're firing away on Baba Jax with the focus fire, but immediately here comes the punch again. Baba Jax, suffering city, getting locked up and rooted. The Guardian Angel, too little too late from Holy Mittens, still not done with that Lotus Orb, means that you're not able to cast a single spell with the global silence. Greg still has the ultimate available to pop, not even needing it yet, swapped in to the Sandstorm, but Lauta Zoo gonna fall now. It's the Barash Kukor first to die. Doggo as well falling low, but the BKB pop onto Holy Mittens. Red Cow whipping them to shreds. And Shake, he's the last one standing for his team, but he won't stand for long. That is Team Injoker's 5 men down, and the GG immediately is called. What a sweep! What a storm from top bots.
Lanes just came out way too strong. Like, they got a Manta style on Naga, and the game was literally just done in 16 minutes. They converted that lead really, really well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that does not feel good to play as Team Injoker. I think if I'm done with that game, I'm feeling so sad.
Yeah, especially after you had such a dominant game 1 performance, right? And then you play that game, like... Oh.
No, but I do feel like top bots came in with a vengeance, right? They're firing on all cylinders. Rexcar and Western Sammy securing that top lane. And you have to wonder, like, this support duo of Venge and Omnia get the idea that they want to save, but there really isn't a lot of aggressive potential to follow up onto Lauta Zoo. They just over and over can't really follow up in the face of the disruption, in the face of the Aphotic Shield, and in the face of the global silence as well. Just so much disengage from the side of top bots and save. And 4-21, that is not a score that looks pretty.
Yeah, that was a really well played game from top bots, and very, very good drafting.
Indeed. And let's just take a look at the graphs over here. From start to finish, it looked a bit even because Shake, he had that early Battle Fury timing, but then this entire time, Rex Cow just farming away on the Naga as well. Let's look at player net worth this entire time. It's just Naga at the top. Right, and even though you have that Battle Fury on the Monkey, you're trying to catch up. Every single fight that you try and take with Shake, remember, he had that naked Battle Fury. He's still trying to take the fights at the bot side, but the whole while, this Naga is just farming away.
Yeah, really couldn't use that Battle Fury for its intended purpose, which is literally just hit creeps, right? But then being forced to participate in those early fights really hurt his team.
Yeah, and let's look at the hero damage now. Dugo just doing so much on the Razor, 25k. The rest of them really just back up for him. Silencer on Plop as well, really got to commend the deep words from both supports. They played out of their minds, and top bots deserve this win. I believe this is another 1-1, which is a bit, you know, at this point, this is the WLDL special, right?